In this video, I'm going to show you how to create style sets so that you can have global styles across your website so that you have a unified brand. So let's go ahead and have a look here at our website. We want to go ahead and click on styles. And you'll see here that we've got our typography styles and our colors, as well as our colors for our links. So what we're going to do is start with our typography. So here you can go ahead and customize the typography styles across your website. So currently it is set to Inter. Let's go ahead and change that to Arial, and we're just going to have it be Arial. You'll notice then that that starts to change the text styles on my page. So let's go to heading 2 and heading 1, and let's do the same thing. Let's say that this is Arial, but we're going to make it Arial black. And you'll see that that then makes it much bolder and bigger and also Arial. You can also go ahead and change the size of your font. So you can be massive, you can change the line spacing, you can choose the letter spacing, and you can choose the weight. This isn't going to change because I've chosen Arial black, but that's going to change how bold the heading is. So let's go and make this a little bit more reasonable. We don't want it to be that, we just want it to be normal. We want the letter spacing to be normal as well, and the weight to be normal as well. All right, let's go ahead and do heading 2. I'm just going to change these all to Arial because, to be honest, I don't know any other fonts. So I'm just going to go ahead and update all of these to be Arial. There we go. And heading 4 is going to be Arial. Heading 5. Could just copy and paste that, couldn't I? And then heading 6 is going to be the same. All right. So now all of that is set to Arial. And you'll see that when I scroll down, anywhere those headings are, they have changed. And another thing that I can do is come here to this heading. It's currently set to heading 2, but I can go ahead and change that to any heading I want it to be. So let's make it heading 2 or heading 1. You know, I kind of want heading 1 to be a bit bigger, so I'm going to do that, but I'm going to come here to my heading styles, scroll up to where I can see a heading 1, and let's make it 54. Awesome. All right, so there we go. We've got our typography all set. But now I can also create multiple typography sets. So I can come here and I can create a folder, and I can say that this is going to be base brand fonts, and my folder is now created. I can go ahead and do that, and I can simply drag everything into that folder, and then I can go ahead and create multiple font sets within my styles over here. I can do the same with my colors as well. You'll see that I've got my primary color, but I can go ahead and add a secondary color. So let's go ahead and add another color, and I'm going to go ahead and call this secondary. And then I want to choose a different color. Now I do have some brand colors that I want to apply, so let me just go ahead and save that, and let me pull up my brand colors. So let's have a look. All right, so I want my primary color to be this color. And then my secondary color is going to be this color. All right. And I do want to just organize this a little bit. So I'm going to grab my colors and move them together. But I do also want to go ahead and, unify this a little bit, organize it a little bit. So I'm going to come here and create a new folder. And I'm going to call this base brand colors. And then drag that up here and make sure that those are moved in there. And then I want to create another folder that is going to be my font colors. And again, I'm just going to move that over there and drag that in. All right, so you'll see that now I've created my different brand sets and style sets, and I can go ahead and apply these all over the place. You'll notice that when I changed my primary color, that all of my buttons will have changed, all of my icons, anything that was inheriting from the global style will have inherited those changes that I made to those styles. So let's go through our website and make a few changes. So here we go. We've got this section over here. That's all fine. This is all good too. But we do have this block over here that's not inheriting from any style. So let's come over here and see what's going on. We've got our styles over here. Let's go ahead and make that heading 1. We're going to do the same with these. They're not inheriting from anything. So we're just going to go ahead, make sure that they are inheriting from our actual styles. And we're going to do the same with this, maybe not heading 2, let's say heading 3. Same for this one. We're going to make that heading 3. And this one is also going to be heading 3. And for this one, these are our text styles, so it should be automatically inheriting. All right, there's a button though. We do want to also change this. So we're going to edit our background, and it is a color type. So we want to come here to our styles. We're going to make our primary color the main color of the button, and our hover color is going to be our secondary color. So it's going to change like that when someone hovers over it. All right, so now that whole section is aligned to our brand. All right, here we can go ahead and change a few more things. Let's go ahead and change this to be a heading 1 heading, and the same for this one. It can be a heading 1 heading. But now I want to differentiate between the blocks, because this one is differentiated because it's got this image that's acting as a divider between the two blocks, and that one is fine too, but this one has got a plain white background. So I'm going to come here to my navigator, go to my layers, come here to my block settings, and I'm going to change this to have a style. And let's go ahead with our primary color there, and let's turn the opacity down quite a lot. There we go. All right, let's do that to a few more blocks. Let's do that to our happy tails as well. We want to come in here and give that a background as well. So let's come to the block, come to our background, and we're also going to go ahead and give it our primary color style, and also turn the opacity down quite a bit. So we do want to make a few more changes to this as well, because it doesn't look so good with these different colors now hovering over that. So let's come to these columns and come here to the background color, and let's go ahead and make it our secondary color. But I also want to go ahead and make it a little bit more opaque. So let's do that to each of them. I forgot what opacity I selected there. So 32. All right, let's do that to each of these. So let's change the background, choose our style color, and make it a little bit more opaque. Okay, let's create a little bit of differentiation then. So this can be a bit more. And then this one will do the same thing. Edit that background, change that color, make it our style color, and then also change that opacity to 32. All right, so there we go. Now that's matching our brand style again. We can scroll down, and this is already inherited from our style, but we might want to change our footer a little bit as well. So let's come here to our footer. We want to choose the block, and let's just add that background to it as well. It's automatically added that primary color, but let's just go ahead and change the opacity. Awesome. So now we have managed to universally apply these styles to our page. And again, you can go ahead and create as many style sets as you want to or as you need to, and you'll be able to use these in different locations. So if you have a funnel in your business, you would then be able to create a style set for that funnel that you can apply to all of the pages of that funnel. Or you can have different sections of your website that you might want to have their own unique branding for. You can do that here as well. So now that we have applied those styles to our website, let's go ahead and start building out extra pages for our website. I'll see you in the next video.